Hey, folks, community an update. I'm really ready to give you an update on the past 7 days about what has occurred in your wonderful city of Mount Juliet related to your police department. Like always, we're going to talk about our statistics from the 7 days, any incidents that occurred. We're also going to talk about Halloween patrols that we have set for Sunday, and there's a big game tonight in our community, and we want you to be aware for that. So we're glad you're here. Leave us a comment. Let us know that you're here. Say hello. It's always nice to see comments from our community. So just, scrolling through here, we have Danny saying good afternoon, happy Friday. Jackie is going to visit us again in 2 weeks from Maryland. Awesome, Jackie. Safe travels wherever you may be. Angie joining with a good afternoon, and Molly and looking forward to the update. So very cool. So, it's dark in my office. It's dark in Rich's office. We're trying to get into the Halloween spirit. I have a pumpkin on my desk behind me. That's a bit last minute Halloween decorations that we could put together for the live broadcast. And I think, Rich, the serious thing in your office right now is that dark McGruff costume in the back. Just kind of staring at you. So anyway, man, how's your day been?
It's going good. It's been a hectic day, but it's been a good day. Yeah, McGruff's kind of hiding over my shoulder in the corner back there, kind of creeping me out a little bit in the dark.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, your hectic day. You've been working on the technology side of things, our computer-aided dispatch, ensuring that's working properly for our officers and working out the bugs. So, folks, technology really runs a lot of things here, from our dispatch center to our communications through our aided dispatch software that we have, our reporting system, and Rich really gets the brunt of that. So if Rich has a long day, I can guarantee you it's something to do with technology. But Rich, we're grateful for you and all your hard work. If you don't mind, let's go into this weekly update and see what it looked like this past week.
For sure. So this week we're looking at October the 21st, October the 27th, getting right into our numbers. 960 police calls for service, 62 fire calls, 17 crime reports, 64 arrest charges, 410 traffic stops, 196 citations, 37 non-injury crashes, 7 injury crashes. So the injury crash came down a little, non-injury crashes went up a little.
Yeah, non-injury is really high. Have we seen that hit 40 yet?
It's been a while, but we've busted 40 before, but it's been probably close to a year, I reckon.
I gotcha. Well, I would hate to see it hit 40 again. We really want to get that number down as best as we can. You notice our traffic stops are up. That's related to some traffic enforcement blitzes that have been going on. So there's more traffic stops out there. We're trying to do what we can to ensure people are driving the speed limit and driving safely through our community. Our officers are very active. 410 traffic stops, 196 citations over 7 days. That's quite a bit. But we continue to get complaints out of our neighborhoods and out of our school zones, and we continue to focus on those areas. Unfortunately, they also have calls for service to answer, and they can't be everywhere at once. So, you're driving down the road, a speeder goes by, and you're like, man, where's the police when you need them? And unfortunately, we're probably on a call. But I'm sure some of you have been driving down a road and saw a car speed by, and you're like, man, where's the police? And all of a sudden, here comes the police going after that violator there. So we're doing what we can to bring these crash numbers down. But it really is a community effort. And we need you and everyone else just to slow down, pay attention to their driving. Most of these crashes are related to rear end distracted driving crashes, and just to drive safe and pay attention. And I'm sure as a community, we can get that number down if we all work together to be safer drivers out there on the roadway.
For sure. And then getting into our crime reports, 5 family disturbances, and then 3 each property damage and theft, a couple of burglaries and frauds, and then some forgery and harassment.
All right.
And then on the arrest charges, kind of the big hitters, as always, the 16 driving on suspended and revokes, 13 no DLs, 9 warrant arrests, 8 simple possession of drugs, and 4 each of unlawful removal of plate or sticker, and DUIs. And then, of course, you see the other arrest charges there as well.
Yeah, I just want to hit on the DUIs, Rich. That number is high. There's actually 5 DUIs on there. One is an underage DUI where an 18-year-old was arrested and charged with driving under the influence. And typically we see this during this season because there's a lot of Halloween parties. A lot of parties have alcohol, and folks, they just don't make the right decision. They decide to drive home from those parties or wherever they may be drinking at. And really, there's so many options to get home safely if you do find yourself in a position where you do not need to drive, there's Uber, there's Lyft. You can get a sober friend, call a taxi. Definitely do not drive, because you're endangering yourself and you're endangering everyone else out there on the roadway. Rich, I heard a story from someone. I don't even remember who it was from, but I remember the story specifically. I think it was in Kentucky, but a dad was driving home and the son was driving drunk on the same roadway, crashed into the father, and the father died. So just crazy incident there, crazy impact to the family. But that's some of the consequences if you choose to drive impaired, is you could endanger, and you are endangering, your own family members who are out there on the roadway. It's not just about you. It's about everyone else out there too. And we really want our roadways to be safe, and we definitely don't want anyone hurt or killed related to a bad decision there. So you can go ahead, Rich. Thank you.
No problem. And then on our neighborhood and school zone traffic enforcement efforts, of course, all of our school zones, we like to pay attention to the school zones. Old Lebanon Dirt Road, Belinda City, Park Glen, Old North, Green Hill Road, Curd Road, Division Street, and the Providence neighborhoods. 48 stops, 19 citations, and 5 arrests. And then on the Guardian Shield program, of course, folks notice a nice little new graphic here. It's a little easier to read this. We've got original reason the plate that was alerted to our officers, other crime elements discovered after the stop, suspected resident status, and suspect demographic. Just kind of breaking it down a different way for folks to understand different things here. But on our overall totals is what we're kind of looking at. We've got 96 stolen cars, 48 stolen plates, 69 wanted persons, 5 stolen trailers. Those are kind of the big ones there. Drug activity was involved, driver's license violations. So some good numbers here.
Yeah, for sure. And this dashboard is also on our website. Just go to MJPD.org. It's updated once a week, and all those numbers. And you can see it has conditional formatting. So the darker greens are the higher numbers there. And, suspect resident status, most of our suspects are from the city of Nashville. And Rich, yesterday, Chief and I were in Nashville at a town hall with their elected body. And we were discussing how LPRs work well for us, right? And working hard to keep crime out of our community and keep criminals from harming our community members, and where our numbers related to vehicle burglary and car theft, all that is down in our community. It's likely because of Guardian Shield. It's definitely a deterrent, and definitely catches the folks when they come into town. It alerts our officers, and they get out there and do what they can to safely get someone into custody. And you can see the numbers there. Most of the suspects are men who are white, and there's other numbers there as well. 30 females have been arrested related to Guardian Shield. But it's all interesting to see kind of what area they come from. 85 out of Nashville, 10 out of Lebanon, 9 out of Murfreesboro. If you go to the dashboard, you can also see the entire Tennessee region where suspects originate from, and also the whole United States, what states some may come from. And it was interesting, Rich, to me, is Missouri. There's 3 arrests from Missouri, which is interesting because the other states may just have 1 or 2, but Missouri seems to be the lead state for out-of-state apprehensions related to Guardian Shield. So all good stuff. The system continues to work well for us. Nashville is battling a lot of misinformation and disinformation where folks are putting out just not the truth, and they may just put out all the negatives and never any benefits of the system. So for someone to really make a good decision about LPRs is do your research, learn how they operate. If you're ever concerned about the system, give us a call here at the police department. You are welcome to come down and view it, see how it actually works, see how our officers use it in the field. And it definitely gives you a better understanding of what it is. It really is just a system that has a list of license plates related to a hot list. And when that plate drives through, it sends us an alert, and then we go look for that vehicle and hopefully find the vehicle before it does something in our community to cause harm to you or to any business that we may have. So we love it here in Mount Juliet. We're thankful for your support for the system. It continues to definitely do wonders for our community to solve crime, but also stop the crime before it occurs.
Yeah, absolutely, Captain. It's been an amazing tool. especially just kind of from my point of view, not only as a resident here in Mount Juliet, but seeing it from the inside of how it works. I've really enjoyed watching it grow and watching how we've developed with it. And now seeing other agencies come to us to learn more about it, small agencies and big agencies. It's been truly a blessing for our agency. It's an amazing tool.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's all I got for you today on stats.
Okay, very cool. So big game tonight. We have Mount Juliet High School and the Green Hill Hawks. Football at Mount Juliet High School. They're playing tonight. Rich, I can't decide on who I'm rooting for. I hope they both do very well. And if someone's got to win, right? And definitely going to be supportive of everyone out there on the field. Hopefully the weather will cooperate for the game. I know the SROs requested extra assistance from us, which we're providing tonight related to the traffic situation. So we'll be monitoring the traffic signal before and after the game at Lebanon Road and Bender's Ferry. We'll also monitor the stop sign intersections to see if that is affecting any traffic flow. And then also watching Golden Bear at Vanner to see if we need to control that light as well, because we want traffic to move freely before and after and not be a major impact to the community. If somehow the parking gets wild and it goes out onto the roadway, please do not park in the roadway. We've had some issues before where folks that are going to the game have parked in the roadway, and it makes it very difficult for us to keep traffic flowing when there's a car blocking a lane of traffic. So just be mindful of that tonight if you're going to the game. But Rich, you're going to be out helping us tonight. I know I'm going to be out along with some of our other officers just to be sure it all goes smooth. And we're praying for a good night and a good game and wishing both teams the best in their challenge tonight against each other. And Sunday is Halloween, so we're looking forward to it. There's great weather lined up for that. We recommend trick-or-treating from 5 to 9. Our officers will be out with reflective bands to hand to children just to increase that pedestrian safety awareness, because the number one threat on Halloween night is a child being struck by a vehicle. Those type of crashes increase, that risk to children increase on Halloween night. And if you can reflect back on any Halloween in Mount Juliet, there's a lot of kids out. They're running door to door trying to find, the best treat. They're dressed in their costumes. Costumes in itself restrict some mobility. They can restrict vision in some other areas. So just ensure your child is lit up well with good reflective material, a bright flashlight, a glow stick, something that's going to bring more visibility to their person when they're out trick-or-treating. And also be sure they're being monitored by an adult, a parent, a guardian when they're out and about. And if you have any teenagers out and about, be sure you know where they're at too. We don't want any mischief calls with anything out and about. And if you know of anything that is causing harm to our community, whether it's someone driving unsafe, whether it's some type of vandalism that's occurring, or anything causing harm, just give us a call. We'll have extra dispatchers on ready to take your call. We have over 20 police officers working that night who will be distributed across the community, and there'll be a bunch of us out. We'll be very visible, just like every tradition we have with Halloween in the past. We have a lot of police officers out interacting with families and children, handing out safety things such as a glow stick, a reflective bracelet, or a reflective band that we have this year. And we hope it's a safe, wonderful time for anyone. And if you need anything, just give us a call. We just want children to be safe Sunday evening. And that's all that I have. Rich, tell me about the weather, man.
Well, tonight they've upped the chances for rain a little bit this evening and going into overnight up to 90%. So hopefully it holds off enough for the game. I believe Miss Judy asked about what time the game is. According to the schedule I saw, the game time starts at 7 o'clock this evening. So hopefully it holds off enough for most of the game this evening. Tomorrow they're calling for some rain early in the morning and clearing up by midday. High tomorrow about in the upper 50s to low 60s. And then Sunday should be nice. No rain, just a little bit of overcast, mid 60s during the day. So Halloween should be a nice day. A little cool at night, so make sure you wrap up your little goblins, keep them warm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want them getting sick. So this weekend should be fairly nice come Halloween.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. And I did not mention the time for the game tonight, Rich. That will be at 7 o'clock. So I expect traffic to begin at 6. And typically, the games may run from 9 to 10, and sometime after that is when we expect the exit traffic on Golden Bear and at the different intersections near that area. But we'll have officers out. We're going to do what we can to make traffic better, and we'll work as best as we can. Is that the radar?
Yeah, that's the live radar right now. So it's kind of swirling around us right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's going to be a rainy night. Be safe on the roads, folks. Turn those lights on, your wipers, all that good stuff. Drive extra slow so you have plenty of time to stop when it's out there. Try to limit the crashes as best as we can. Let's give away a gift card. How about that? So the hashtag's a little different, little Halloween themed. If you want to be eligible for the gift card, you have to live in Wilson County or a county connected to Wilson County. And now in the comment section, whether you're on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, type in the hashtag MJBOO, B-O-O. No spaces before or after or in between, and that'll get you registered to get a gift card. The gift card is $10 to Starbucks. So coffee will be on Rich and I for Starbucks. And we'll either mail the gift card to you or drop it off at your home. And if you win, just send me an email. My email's in the comments with your address, and we'll be sure it gets to you at a fairly decent time. Usually within a week, we get it delivered your way. So get it typed in there, and we'll be good to go. All right, Rich, what are you going to be for Halloween?
I'm going as a community service officer.
You're going as a community service officer.
I'll be working. So
yeah. Well, I'm going to go in the same costume I've been in for the past, I'm doing my math, 21 years. Because when I was an explorer, I would always ride along on Halloween night. And so I wore my explorer uniform. And then for the past 17 years, it's been a Mount Juliet police officer uniform. So I'm going as a Mount Juliet police officer for Halloween. And it's interesting that I've worked every Halloween for the past 21 years when you think about it.
Remember that far back?
Yeah. Hey, it's a fun time for our community. There's a lot of people out, and it never gets old getting out in the community and just meeting everyone that we may see. So if you take photos of any interaction, with our officers, send us the photo through Facebook Messenger. We can get it and save it through there. We would love to just to see that interaction, or just post it to HIP Mount Juliet. We can get it from there as well. But we would love the photos of the interaction with all of our officers. And let's hear from you. What are y'all going to be for Halloween? Type it in the comments. I see one that Georgina is going to be Stitch. And it's experiment number 626. So, Georgina, you'll have to explain that to us later on that one. And Rich, your dog's name is Margie. Is that right?
Midgie.
Midgie. Is Midgie dressing up as anything?
No, Midgie doesn't. She's not too fond of trick-or-treaters. So her and Pops will be locked up in the house with the lights off. So
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So the Party Poopers is the Frankich house, right?
Yeah, our house is the Party Pooper house.
Gotcha. I'm curious to see these comments. So we have a clown for Halloween. That's good.
I've got a few people that need to meet a clown.
Yeah. I don't see many comments, folks. What are y'all going to be for Halloween? Type it in. Or if you want it to be something for Halloween, what would you be? Even though you're not going to be it for Halloween. Mickey is going to be a
grandma.
Grandma. All right. There you go. Good deal. Angie, I like this one. A tired Mount Juliet mom. I get it. I see it. Candace is going to be Gigi. All right.
I'll tell you my favorite Halloween costume ever.
Got a crazy cat lady.
In 5th grade, my mom created me a Halloween costume. I was an Oreo cookie.
An Oreo cookie?
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was a great costume, though.
Really? How did that work?
That was pretty cool. It was very similar to, remember the old sandwich board advertising things you'd wear, where somebody put the board on front and back that you'd wear over your shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
It was very similar to that, only she made it very round and colored it the same color, like that chocolate brown color, and used cotton batting to make it look like the filling, and it was really cool. She went all out.
All right, nice. You need to find us a photo of that.
Oh, no, there will be no photographic evidence of that floating around.
Okay, I got you.
There is, but it won't happen.
No. Well, Claudia will be a Pippi Longstocking. And the dog is dressing up as a unicorn. All right. We all know Foster, and he's going to be a police officer. So very cool. And we're not surprised, Jessica. So good stuff.
And don't forget.
Go ahead. Heidi was a TV many years ago.
I was just going to remind folks to come by on Halloween up here to the PD. We're going to have trick-or-treating up here at the PD on Halloween.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we're going to have some of our Citizens Police Academy alumni people set up out front with some candy and some reflective bracelets. What time are they going to be out there, Cap?
They'll be starting at around 5 o'clock, 5 to 8, I believe.
Yeah, so come on by the PD on Halloween on Sunday and see some of our Citizens Academy folks, and a couple of us will probably be popping by periodically, and come by and see us. We'd love to see y'all here at the PD.
Awesome. Thanks for reminding us of that. We have 20 people entered into the gift card, $10 to Starbucks. Let's do the draw and let's see who is it going to be. Who do we think, Rich? I'm going to go with Molly there.
I'm going for the grandma.
Let's see. Oh, Mickey Michelle Saucy Sanders. So who'd you say you were going for?
It was whoever it was named there. It said grandma in parentheses.
Grandma. Let's see. I think that is. I don't know. I missed it. But I think Mickey Michelle Saucy Sandler said she was coming, or she was going to be a grandma for Halloween. Here we go. Good deal. So close enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome. All right. So Mickey and Michelle, you got $10 to Starbucks. Just send us an email with your address, and we will send it your way. Coffee on Rich and I from both of us. So awesome stuff. Cool. Well, if we have any questions, folks, type that in the comments. We always like these to be interactive with anything, and we can get to your questions in the comments. I saw one about a traffic signal, and I do not know the answer to it, but I will pull it up. But it's the signal at Lebanon Road and South Green Hill Road. I haven't heard anything recent on that. Here it's from Joe. Rich, have you heard anything on that lately?
I have not, but I am going to make a note.
Yeah, make a note, and hopefully, Joe, we'll have that answer for you at next live. If you have something, type it in. We'll be glad to get to it. We hope you have a wonderful, safe Halloween night on Sunday. Again, a lot of police officers will be out that night, just in neighborhoods, riding around. We're really just there for a presence. We want people to be safe. Our officers want to meet you. They want to hand out reflective bands to children to promote that Halloween safety, because it is a busy night. It's going to be good weather in the community and a lot of kids out. We want those kids to have a safe, enjoyable time as they're out and about, hanging out with everyone and just going door to door. One thing we're also doing is we'll have detectives out, and those detectives will be monitoring registered sex offenders in the community just to be sure there is compliance through that. All right, man. Rich, I don't see any other comments. You ready to close this out and get ready for football traffic?
I think we're ready to get ready for some football.
To get ready for some football traffic. Okay, good deal. All right, I'm going to close it out, folks. Make sure I scroll over to the right thing, hit the right button. But folks, thank you so much for joining today. Have a wonderful Friday evening and into the weekend. We hope you have a safe weekend as well. But if you need anything, you know who to call. Just give us a call here at headquarters, and our police officers are going to be there to help you with whatever you may need. And as always, Mount Juliet, it's an honor and privilege to serve you, and we will all see you soon. Bye-bye.
Surprise! He did the monster.
Rich, we're still live, and I don't know if anyone's still on. There's 22 people watching, but can you hear my music?
I can.
Do you know how to do the Monster Mash dance?
No comment.
No comment. I thought this is back in your time.
Oh, thanks. That was before my time.
All right, man. Have a good one. We'll see you soon. All right. To everyone else, be safe Halloween. And if you need anything, just give us a call. Take care.